Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Weather Wizard with Dave. And today I'm here with another update about the big ice storm and snowstorm that's going to happen across the Midwest and to the deep south, and also making its way to the southeast. So, first, we are going to look at the surface temperatures to start out, since it's going to be a very cold day for many areas. This this Friday, as you can see, Minnesota is gonna have a low temperature of -26, and they were talking about dangerously wind chills of around -48 to -50 degrees. And at that point, that is dangerously cold. Well, you could get frostbite in as little as 5 minutes. And so, if you absolutely have to go outside, you got to make sure you cover up all of your skin, including your face, as well, as this is dangerously cold air on the way. And as we go into this weekend, Saturday, it's still gonna be very cold, and the cold air is actually gonna surge to the south as as we do have a big snow and ice threat. Now there have been some changes compared to when I gave an update yesterday, as the snow ice line has shifted just a little bit to the north, and now they are predicting uh, more snow accumulations for portions of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kentucky, into southern Indiana throughout this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And then the areas south of the snow is going to get a whole bunch of ice, freezing rain. Yep, freezing rain is basically when rain falls to the surface, but it freezes on contact, because what happens is the snow falls and then it melts into rain in the atmosphere. And then as soon as the rain hits the ground is still very cold, so it's going to freeze. That's freezing rain, which also gives ice. And if we look at the freezing rain accumulations from the GFS, flat, so the ice is going to start late Friday night into Saturday morning for northern parts of Texas, and for the Dallas Fort Worth area, you're looking about possibly over a half an inch of ice. For portions of Louisiana, you're looking at 8/10 of an inch. And then it also goes into Mississippi and Alabama and North Georgia as well, making its way all the way to the Carolinas this Sunday. And then when it's all said and done, the GFS is still predicting North Georgia could experience over 2 inches of ice, which is unbelievable. Yeah. And portions of Columbia, South Carolina is looking at 2 inches of ice, and then North Carolina looking at over an inch of ice. So that's oh, so I'm ex- so so unfortunately there's gonna be lots of trees that come down and lots of power outages as well. So so I would strongly suggest to start preparing now. Make sure you have all your resources like flashlight, a kit, and make sure you have all of the supplies you need, and just prepare for the worst, hope for the best. And so that's basically the ice storm side of this huge winter storm event, which is going to be the worst side. And also, you do not want to get out on the roads when there's ice at all, because ice has no friction at all. Like, it's impossible to drive on ice. Now let's look at the total snow accumulations that are expected across the mid south and also portions of the Midwest as well. So for this weekend, yeah, it's there's supposed to be a lot of snow falling from that stretches from Oklahoma all the way e- e- all the way eastward to Virginia. And for a place like Nashville, you're looking at like between 8 and 11 inches, according to the GFS, Saturday night. And then as we go later, on into the weekend on Sunday evening, Nashville could be looking at over a foot of snow, around 13 inches or so. And for Oklahoma City, you're also looking at over a foot of around 14 inches. A place like Little Rock, around 8 inches of snow. Um, and then these uh, southern Indiana, Louisville area, you're looking at probably like 46 inches, according to GFS. And a place like Virginia, also over a foot. So now let's look at the now and see if it agrees with the overall snow accumulations. So Oklahoma City, yeah, the NAM is saying at least a foot of snow is going to happen in Oklahoma City. For Little Rock, it's saying around 4 to 6 inches. So a little bit of disagreement for the NAM according to the GFS for Arkansas. But yeah, but the NAM is still saying that there's going to be plenty of snow falling from Oklahoma all the way to Virginia, and eventually it's going to make its way to the northeast as well as we go forward into early next week, Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, so as we go all the way to Tuesday morning for the GFS, portions of New York City is looking at 5 to 7 inches of snow. And then a place like Boston is looking at least 6 inches of snow for Tuesday morning. And then as we go into the middle of next week, this is Wednesday of next week. When it's all said and done, New York City could get a total of 8 inches or so, and then Boston could get around 7 inches. So overall, this is a huge snowstorm system that's also going to bring lots of ice to the deep south. And yeah, in terms of the temperatures, there, there's going to be lots of cold air starting on Friday. Then it's going to make its way southward, and that's when that freezing rain is going to start to begin, from extending from Texas all the way to the Carolinas throughout this weekend. So into early next week, Monday is when the ice is going to make its way to the Carolinas. So yeah, overall a very big um arc a very big Arctic blast affecting the Midwest, the Southern Great Plains, the Northeast, and the Southeast. So yes, winter is in full swing, and if we look at the moisture, let's look at the relative humidity. There's lots of there's going to be lots of moisture associated with this system too. So it's very likely that a lot of areas are going to see either snow or ice this weekend. And with that being said, that's all what I have to say. Make sure you pay attention to your local weather forecast. I will continue to update this on. I will continue to update you guys on this very big winter storm, and make sure you stay safe. And until next time, the Weather Wizard with Dave is out.